Hello everyone, welcome to the sixth video of the series Learn Chess from the Scratch. So in the previous video we learned how to do checkmate. So we have learned how to give checks, then how to give checkmate, and we pretty much know how the game works now. Okay, so go further, we have to learn how to attack our opponent's pieces and how to defend our own pieces. Okay, so before that we need to know which of our pieces we should use to attack our opponent's pieces. Okay, so on the chessboard you are seeing the values I have written for each of the piece. I had also discussed these values in one of my previous videos. So as you can see, a pawn has 1 point here. Pawn has 1 point, the knight has 3 points, bishop has 3 points, a rook has 5 points, a queen has 9 points, and a king has infinity points, uncountable. So we will decide on this point system how to and which piece to attack. For example, there are three kinds of exchanges, or we can say fights in chess. Okay, one fight will be good for us, that we will call as good exchange. Another fight will be bad for us, we will call that fight a bad exchange. And the third kind of fight will be equal for both the players, white and black, so we will call that fight as fair exchange. So what are these things I'm talking about? So first, good exchange. Okay, so good exchange is when we are losing piece or pawn of low points for opponent's piece or pawn of higher value. For example, if I am in a fight and I am giving up my knight for my opponent's queen, that means I am giving my 3 points knight and I am gaining opponent's 9 points queen. That means it is good for me. My 3 points are getting lost, whereas the opponent's 9 points are getting lost. Okay, so that is a good exchange for me. Okay, simple. And similarly, the same exchange where black's queen is getting lost for white's knight, that exchange will be bad for black player, right? Because black is losing 9 points, so it is bad for him. Okay, then let's say I am attacking his pawn and I lost my pawn in the fight, and also I got one of his pawn. Okay, so I lost 1 point of a pawn and I got 1 point of a pawn in return, so it is like equal exchange. Both players equal points are lost, right? So that exchange will be known as fair exchange. Okay, so while playing chess we always have to do two kinds of exchanges, either fair exchange or good exchange, and we have to learn to totally avoid the third kind of exchange. We never want to do a bad exchange. Okay, that's it for the exchange thing. I hope you get it. Let's go ahead. Let's remove everything. Okay, now we are going to play a game, and let's set up the board. King, bishop on c1, bishop on f1, knight g1, knight b1, rook a1, rook h1, pawns on second rank, black pawns on 7th rank. I hope you remember all of these things. Queen here, rook on a8 and h8, knight g8, b8, bishop on c8, and f8. Okay, let's start by who plays first, white or black? White player. White will always start the game first. So let's say pawn can move 2 steps from the start, so I will move it. Now we are learning attack and defense, how we can kill opponent's pieces and how we can defend our own piece. Okay, so black plays his pawn to d5, and now my pawn can kill his pawn. So I'm going to do it, and black queen can now kill our pawn on d5. So she will kill. Queen can move in straight direction. Yeah. So what happened? This was a fight. I lost a pawn. Black also loses a pawn. What kind of exchange is this? It's a fair exchange. Okay, let's go ahead. I should try to attack black queen. Let's try to do that with my knight. Do you remember how the knight moves? Now if the queen doesn't move from that d5 square, my knight is going to kill the black queen. What kind of exchange would that be? It would be a good exchange for white player. So black has to move away his queen. So let's say he goes on a5, where he is totally safe. Now I'm again trying to attack the black queen. Right? My pawn can kill the black queen. So black says, okay, but your pawn on b4 is not protected. I can just kill it. It's a free pawn. And black just kills my pawn on b4. And now I can't kill back his queen. So what kind of exchange is this? Is it good for me or bad for me? I am the white player. It is bad for me. I just lost a pawn for free. Yeah, it was a free pawn. I did not get anything in return. I just lost 1 point like that. So it's bad exchange for me and good exchange for the black player. Let's go ahead. Let's try to attack that queen once more with the rook. Can I put the rook there? Yeah, rook moves in files and ranks. So I just put my rook on b1 and the rook is now attacking the queen. Okay. Now black queen decided that I should kill the white rook. Let's see what happens. So he kills my rook. Okay. Now can I kill black's queen back? Yes, I can. I can just kill the black queen again. I can just come back with my knight and kill the queen. So what happened here, guys? My rook is dead, but I got a queen in return. 5 points, 9 points here. What kind of exchange is this for a white player? It's a good exchange for white player. White loses 5 points, but he gains 9 points of the queen. Yeah, you are getting the hold of this. Okay, let's do some more exchanges. Black plays his knight to c6. He can come out, and white just takes his bishop. See, bishop moves in the slanting line. He goes and attacks the black knight. Black says doesn't matter. I will just move my other knight. Okay, now I am white. I am just going to kill the black knight. Now it's a check. Do you remember the check? Bishop is attacking black king. Now there are three ways to black to get out of this check. Avoid, block and capture. Capture is always preferable. Okay. So can black capture my bishop who is giving a check? Yes. He can just capture with his pawn on b7. Right. So what happened here, guys? Which kind of exchange was that? I killed a knight. My bishop was lost. 3 points, 3 points. Fair exchange. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to attack now. G6. And let's try to just go and let's try to move pieces. Yeah. Okay, now look at this position. My queen just goes and capture the f7 pawn. What is it? Is it a check? Yes, it's a check on the king. So let's see with the capture first. Can black's army kill my queen? His bishop can't, his pawn can't, his this pawn can't, knight cannot come. Yeah. Can his king kill my queen? No, because my knight is right there to kill the queen king back like this. So if black king kills my queen, my knight is right there to kill the king back. So black cannot kill my queen. He will lose the game immediately. So he needs to avoid this check. So he avoids it. Yeah. Now it's black's turn, white's turn. So this. Let's put the rook on e8. And let's attack his knight with the pawn. Okay. Now see what is white going to do is he is going to kill the knight with the pawn, and he is winning a good exchange for that, right? So black will not allow that. Black moves away his knight. Now white just moves away his pawn. Black knight moves to d7. And here guys, I want to show you a very good move here. Now white's knight can just jump to e6. Now see, this knight is attacking the king, so it's a check. Now black has to look for ways. He has three ways: capture, block and avoid. So let's first see, can black capture the knight anyhow? His bishop can't, his pawn can't, his rook can't, his knight cannot, nobody. So capture is not possible. Maybe block. Block is not possible because it is a check of knight. Knight cannot be blocked. Remember, knight is a jumpy piece. If he is blocked, he will just jump over another pieces to ultimately reach his destination square. So block is not possible. Only avoid we can see now. For avoid, does the king have any square? No. So avoid is not possible, block is not possible, and capture is also not possible, guys. So what is it? When avoid, block and capture is not possible, we call this as a checkmate. Yeah, and this is how it's a checkmate. So in this game, white has won because he has successfully trapped opponent's king. Yeah. So this is it for this video. In this video we learned how we just move around all with the pieces and how we should be careful to do good exchanges and fair exchanges only. We have to totally avoid bad exchanges. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for this video. In the next video we will be looking at some checkmates, some very beautiful checkmates. Like there are a few patterns of checkmate which are very beautiful and very simple to learn. Okay, so stay tuned, and if you are liking my videos, just subscribe to my channel guys, and I'll keep doing this. Yeah, thank you very much.